Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragonwing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my week. And I'll admit this week has kind of been annoying, so yeah, just bear with me. So what I am working on today, I am working on Family Portrait from Jaded Gem Shop. The artist is Mia Au. And this is an absolutely adorable little snack-sized painting, and I've been having so much fun with it, although I haven't really worked on it much because I have actually been powering through my painting from my advent calendar from Source Designs by Abigail Marie. I've been absolutely loving it, and I'm excited because I should have it done in time to actually do a reveal of it by the time after the last calendar date it comes. So that's exciting. So yeah, I'll be working on this one for the WIP in chat today because I didn't want to have to worry about any spoilers or anything. What I am working with, I have my tray from Cat Proof Diamond Painting Tray, and this is a Lean Boy. It's about their medium-sized tray. I'm going to be working with my Enablers Outpost Rainbow Kaleidoscope pen because I just thought it was perfect with all these colors in it. I am using some Randa's Crafty Corner putty. This is the pumpkin French toast one. And then I'm also using Mocha Latte O-Snap dots from O-Snap Crafters Cafe. And then I am using this cute little penguin Christmas washi tape from Amanda Michelle Designs. And the cover minder is from Mermaid Cavern. So yeah, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's pick our color. I'm going to start with this nice big color blocky piece, and we will get going. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. Like I said, mine's been kind of annoying, but I will explain why. I also want to say that I did draw a winner for the Bijou Bliss tray a couple weeks ago. I drew one winner, I didn't get a response, so I drew a second winner. So just go take a peek at my community tab. I tagged the winners in it, so I would hope that would give it a notification or something. But if I don't hear again in the next couple days, I will do another redraw. Hopefully I won't have to do that though. But yeah, so just go check out my community tab. I do post there quite regularly, especially when it comes to like missing videos and stuff like that and reasons why. So you definitely want to check that out. So yeah. I know last week I left off, or I remember talking about Sydney being sick. Yeah, that continued. We weren't sure, we're still not sure 100% if it was just a stomach bug or if it was just her teething. I'm gonna guess teething because generally if there's a stomach bug around and somebody else gets it, I'm generally gonna get it. And I haven't gotten sick yet, and you know, of course that little girl's been plastered to me for days, so I'm going to guess that it was just her tooth bogging her. But yeah, we had that one really rough night. We woke up and she got sick in the middle of the night, or not middle of the night, but that was like at 10 o'clock or 9:30 or something. Got her in the bath and everything like that. Got her all calmed down. So the entire next day she was literally attached to me. The poor girl. She just was not feeling good at all. And so I ended up with I ended up laying in bed with her and just watching Blue's Clues all day long. And you know, that kind of sucked for, like, I enjoy spending time like the cuddling and stuff like that, but I was stuck in bed all day. And so by the time she was like in bed for the night, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so drained. I've been laying around all day and I don't have any energy for anything else. so yeah. I think that was that Thursday? Yeah, I want to say that was Thursday. And like my fiance ended up staying home from going into the office to, you know, be like an extra pair of hands for me if I needed it, just in case she threw up again or something like that. So yeah, that was my entire day, like Thursday, just laying in bed with Sydney, just cuddling her. I think at one point we both fell asleep. I think it was like right before the boys got home from school. My fiance brought them out for reading time. And he's like, yeah, both you and Sydney were asleep when I got upstairs. I'm like, oh good, at least she napped a little bit, and then I apparently napped. So yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, we just laid around, watched Blue's Clues all day, and Yeah, and then put her to bed at her normal time and stuff like that, and she fell asleep fine, and then, was it later? I think, or no, I don't think no, never mind, she didn't fall asleep fine. She was very restless and stuff like that, and we're like, okay. So we're keeping an eye on her and all that stuff, and then she could like, she was just not settling at all, or she like, I think she like started fussing in the middle of the night and stuff like that, like not too long before we were about to go upstairs anyways, and I was like, okay, well, I will get her out of her crib, I'll lay with her in our bed for a little bit and see if that helps, and then I did that for a little bit, and then got her laid down, and or got her to settle, and then she laid down or she was getting sleepy, so I laid her back in her crib. And so she ended up sleeping for maybe like a half an hour, and then like, because I had come back downstairs and my fiance was like, oh, I was about to come up, and I was like, oh yeah, I was just seeing if she was asleep in her own bed and stuff like that. And then, you know, we ended up going upstairs and just like started our nighttime routine and stuff like that. And then she woke up again, and I'm like, oh, come on. So I went and got her out of her crib and brought her back into her room and stuff like that, and then, you know, she's just like laying against me and stuff like that, and then she started acting more herself, like she was acting like she was up for the day, or yeah, like she was awake for the day in the morning, or at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, okay. So we're like, well, let's try doing bedtime routine, like why not, like maybe this would just what she needs. And so we my fiance went down and got like a little a bottle for her with some warm milk, and we tried giving that to her, and like as soon as she finished it, she just like turned and just threw it up all over me and our bed and my fiance, and I'm just sitting there like so my fiance got her cleaned up first and then cleaned himself up, and then I was getting her all situated when he was getting himself clean, and then it was my turn, so I got in there, got the bed remade, and thankfully like none of it soaked into our mattress, so that was a good sign, or that was a good thing. But yeah, it was so rough, and like, you know, I'm sitting there in tears because, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, I should have known that her stomach was upset, and, you know, I mean, I know it was unrealistic of me to know that because she was acting fine and then she was just grumpy, and it's like, okay, well, it's unrealistic of me to know every little thing, but, you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm sleep deprived, so I was very upset. So I'm like sitting there crying while holding her covered in vomit. So yeah, so after that she was calm again, so we laid her back down in her crib, and then I got myself like showered and stuff, and then I was like, wait, like, you know, the adrenaline was bumping and stuff like that, so I was like, okay, I can't sleep right now, so I just kind of stayed up on my phone for like a little bit, and then I was like, okay, cool, I'm starting to get tired, so then I go to lay down and try to fall asleep, and then she's up and fussing again. And I'm just sitting there like, oh God, why? So yeah, and then I think it was like she dropped her pacifier or something, so I went in and gave it to her, and then got back in bed, and then after, like, every time I went in and like tried to settle her, it's like an hour later, every hour on the hour, I got up, I had to get up, and I had to get her up, take care of her and stuff like that. And then there was just a point where she was just straight crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here trying to let my fiance sleep, because I figured like if he could at least get some sleep, then he can get up in the morning with her, and I can sleep the day in the morning or something like that. And so like I'm trying not to rouse him awake and stuff like that, but at the same time I was just struggling, because I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? She's not settling and stuff like that. But then finally she like cried, like I think we just left her in there and let her cry it out until she finally fell asleep at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And then that's what time I went to bed. So yeah, Friday I didn't go to bed till 7 o'clock in the morning. And so then yeah, my fiance got up and did his thing and everything, and he actually ended up getting her up when she did get up. Although I think we both slept till like noon or something like that. But yeah, that was just a pain. So like, yeah, so I get up at noon, and then of course, you know, I'm supposed to have class at like 2:30, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to turn around and just get up and go. And then like also is the question of, is she feeling better or is she not? And so finally I just emailed my teacher and like told her the whole story. I'm like, so this is what happened last night. I didn't go to bed until like 7 o'clock this morning, and we're not entirely sure if her stomach can handle a car travel right now. So yeah, so I didn't go to class on Friday because of it, but it was, my teacher completely understood, like, you know. Just started screaming. Yeah, my teachers have been pretty awesome with me in regards, like, you know, I have a child, I have a baby of all things, so yeah. But anyways, so yeah, so yeah, didn't go to class Friday, slept until noon, and then she was doing so much better, so much better. She looked like a completely different baby. She seemed like she was starting to feel better and stuff like that, so that was at least a good outcome of it. So yeah, she's feeling better just in time for the weekend, so I was like, okay, good. Not like we had plans this weekend or anything like that, but, you know, just, I don't like my baby being sick, and that was the hard part. It was just the fact that there was really nothing I could do. She had to kind of work it out on her own. But yeah, now we're just kind of like doing get some nutrients back in. We got her some juice. We don't usually have juice in the house. We just usually give her water and stuff like that. But we're like, you know what, you can have some juice now, because you gotta get some of these nutrients back that you lost when you were sick. Because she also wasn't eating as much, as well as throwing up. So it's like, okay, a lot going on. So yeah, that was my Thursday and Friday. And then, was it Friday night? I think so. So, yeah, so I was dealing with all that, and then I get this weird email from school, and I'm looking, and I'm just like, wait, what? And, because, you know, I'm supposed to be graduating, right? So I look at this email, and they're like, well, you don't have enough credits to graduate. And I'm like, wait, what? Apparently the New York State requirement is having 120 credits, and I have 119 credits. And I'm like, how the heck did this happen? And I mean, I figured out how it happened, because I have everything for my degree taken care of. Like, I have all the every class I need and everything like that, every subject. And so I have all the credits accounted for. I just need one measly credit in just school credit. So I'm like, what the heck? So I look at this and I'm like, I'm frustrated, because, you know, I've been basically doing this all by myself. I was assigned an advisor through school, and I haven't, like, I emailed him to, like, I emailed, or it was like, yeah, my first semester, I emailed him and I was like, hey, you're my advisor, can we talk about my registration and stuff like that? Didn't hear back from him. And then the same thing happened the semester after. So I've been working with another advisor who, he's like basically in charge of the undergraduate students. And so I was like working with him. I'm like, I explained to him too. I'm like, hey, this professor's not responding to me, and I'm not getting help with this. And since it was like an every semester thing, I was like, can I just get assigned a new advisor or something? And he's like, well, I'll just take care of you. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, I really haven't had much help with that. And so like last semester, I looked at my degree audit and I was like, okay, well, I only need 2 more classes, because that's what it looked like I needed, because that's what all I needed left for like the upper division English requirements, I think it's called. And so I was like, okay, I only need 2 more classes. These are the 2 classes I'd like to take, and stuff like that. And then he like looked at my degree audit and he's like, yep, that's good, we're good. And I'm like, okay, cool. Apparently we weren't good, because I'm 1 credit short. So I will not be graduating in just like a week or so, like I originally anticipated. I have another month to go. I'm doing a class over the winter semester, and I feel like it's a little cheating, but you know, you gotta go with your strengths just to get it done. And I'm taking a social media class. And I mean, you know, I think it'll be good. Yeah, it does kind of feel like cheating, but you know what? You're making me take a whole nother course just to get this taken care of. So, but anyways, so yeah, I was frustrated because at first I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm not going to be able to, where's that color? There it is. Okay. I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this until the spring, and then I'm not going to be able to start like looking for jobs and stuff until like the summer and stuff like that. And I can't wait that long. I need to actually have my career going now here. And so like I went and talked to my teacher because she's actually like the associate dean of the English area. So I went to talk to her first, and I was like, I explained the situation. I'm like, so I can't wait till the summer semester to take care of this, and because like the only class that was available over the winter for English was like a creative writing class, and that was like the prerequisite to all the workshops I did. So it was like, there's no way that's gonna count a second time because I've already done that class. So there's no way they'll allow that credit to count a second time. And besides, I'm not a fan of the teacher. And so I like talked to her, and then she's like, well, go talk to this person who's the head of the English department, and then like see what they say and stuff like that. And so I emailed her once I got home from school that on Monday. I emailed her and explained the situation. And I was like, since I've never had this professor either as a teacher, I have two stepsons, I have a daughter, and my fiance and I just really need me to be in a job sooner than that. Like, I know I could just go out and get a part-time job, but I don't want to go through, like, I don't want to have a company hire me and then just go through all that training just to turn around and leave. It's not right. And so, yeah, I was like, yeah, I just need this done. Like, I should be done with school right now. Because if I knew I needed one more class, I would have taken one more class this semester. Like, I only took 2 classes. I could have easily bumped that up to 3, no problem. But, yeah. So yeah, she's like, she looked at my degree audit, and she's like, well, it looks like you just need a credit. You don't, no specifications, nothing like that. You just need a credit in anything. You just need 1 class. So just take some class over the winter break, and you'll fulfill that. I'm like, okay, thank you. And so I went and I looked through the catalog of classes and stuff like that, and I found the social media course, and I'm like, well, that should be easy. It's worth it, exactly 1 credit, so it's not like I'm taking a 3-credit course, so hopefully it'll be cheaper, hopefully. And it's all gonna be online, and it'll just be a month long. So now I have until like January 19th, and then I will be graduated. But still, like, it was just a very defeating moment because I was so excited. I was almost done, and I was looking forward to being done, and just like, I kind of just like ruined the mood for sure. And so like I was in tears and stuff like that, and you know, my poor fiance is trying to help me out, and yeah. But yeah, then so yeah, I learned of that on Friday. And then Saturday we ended up going over to my in-laws for dinner. Yeah, it was just dinner because the cousins weren't there. But yeah, we did like family dinner and stuff like that. And my mother-in-law is a adjunct professor at the school, so I was kind of like, I was telling her the whole spiel and everything like that, telling her like my like frustrations with it and everything. And you know, she obviously very understanding. She was helping like make suggestions and stuff like that. And then I told her like, yeah, I planned on going to my teacher because, you know, like I said, associate dean. if anybody can really do anything, it's gonna be her. And so yeah, so she's like, yeah, I definitely recommend going to that person, and yeah, maybe you can do like an independent study or something like that, just get it done over. And then she's like, I volunteer to help you if you need a teacher for that, although she wasn't sure if like adjuncts could do it or something. But ended up not even needing to be the case. Like I texted her on Monday and was like, so yeah, this is the resolution, this is the situation, and here we are. But yeah, so we went over for dinner, and we had some pizza for dinner, and Sydney enjoyed some pizza with everybody else, and she was loving it. She was absolutely loving it, which I was thankful because, you know, I was like, oh, your stomach, is it back in order? Yes, it was. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just picking up. And then Sunday was kind of like a chill day. It was the day the boys went back to their mom's house, so we kind of just relaxed and stuff like that, and then geared up to go. And of course, you know, like literally tonight, the day I'm filming this and posting this, we have their chorus and band concert tonight, so we had to go through and like get their outfits for that. Although Alex's is actually at his mom's house, but we got Drake's all together and stuff like that. Oh yeah, of course, and with December comes the elf. The elf is back. We have an elf named Coco here, and so far, like, you know, it's kind of funny because like sometimes I think these kids forget what the point of the elf is, and it's like supposed to watch you for Santa and stuff like that, because I mean, our elf is notorious for being silly and crazy. The boys love the fact that we have a crazy elf. And like, yeah, because he's done things like hang from the chandelier and made a wrapping paper dress and wore it, and yeah, just done a lot of silly things with him. So that's the dog bone. So yeah, he's back now, and like Alex is sitting there, and he's like looking up at the elf, and he's like, now you better do something crazy tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't think he takes demands. You remember, he's watching you for Santa, right? It's like, oh wait, I mean, can you please do something crazy tomorrow? I'm just sitting here shaking my head. I'm like, okay, that's better. And the crazy thing he did the next day was did one of my little diamond paintings. I have these little aquatic stickers that I got from Craftily, I think it was. And he busted open one of those and cut it out of the packaging and did it. And spread the stuff like between two tables. It was funny. So yeah, that's another thing that's been going on here. Man, this girl, she's refusing naps again. So yeah, boys went back to their mom's house, and we had a nice quiet Sunday evening. Just been basically like working on Saturday. There's more on Saturday. So yeah, Saturday was the day I got my advent calendar from Abigail, and the one that you guys have been seeing videos being posted daily on, including one today along with this WIP chat. So yeah, I'm like, I got it, and I wanted to bust into it like right away. I wanted to get everything recorded and ready to go. And then of course, you know, we got a new camera from Black Friday, because I've been basically just using a webcam that I got for free from one of my friends. And so I'm like, so we got this, we got a Razer webcam from Black Friday because it was like heavily discounted. And so we switched to that, and then with that, my fiance was messing around with the settings and stuff and trying to see if like we can get better video quality out of it too, because, you know, it's a better camera. So we're like, okay, so better camera, we can get better video quality for these. Yeah, well, that was kind of a hard lesson to learn. So the camera is capable of handling a better video quality, but my computer is not. So So yeah, the computer like totally jacked up the videos and stuff like that. So days 1 through 7, the advent calendar, a little rough like video quality wise, but the 8 on are gonna be better. And so we've been trying to like readjust the settings back now to try to eliminate that issue and stuff, but yeah, it was just kind of annoying. But anyways, I wanted to film that though, and so we did need dog food because, you know, we actually had run out the day before, so like on that day, on Saturday, Zero had gone most of the day without eating his breakfast, and we're like, okay, well, you need to get going to the store and stuff like that. And so he actually ended up taking all 3 kids with him and allowed me to get some quiet time to record. And I got through days 1 through 7 before he got home. And then when he got home, I was telling him the video quality problems, and so we were messing around with that. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm like, can I finish recording this? Because you know, we had 3 kids. And so I think he ended up taking Sydney upstairs and laying her down in her crib. And then we asked the boys, we're like, I think he just took her upstairs with him. But then we asked the boys, like, okay, can you guys just go upstairs, play Switch in your rooms quietly for a little bit? And we're like, that means like no jumping around and stuff like that, because quite literally where I'm sitting right now, the floor to their room is like right above my head. And when they're even walking around in there, you can hear it. And so we're like, just sit quietly, play your Switch, just long enough for me to finish this video. And of course that didn't happen. So, I mean, I got the video finished, but like there was a lot of banging and stuff, and I was just like, oh my god, are you serious? Like, you were literally asked to do one thing. So that was a little frustrating. And like my fiance ended up talking to them about it and stuff like that. Zero, I think you popped it. So they're trying to squeak a squeaker. But yeah, I did get into it and I was very excited, and then I think that night I got the diamond painting all kit up and ready to go. And then, like I said, I've been working on it basically since. It's been like my main focus, just because I've been enjoying it and stuff, and you know, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, especially with like, I'll talk about it when I do the last day or the last reveal or the reveal and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been basically working on that. But yeah, we got that all recorded and stuff, and then my fiance talked to the boys and stuff like that, and you know, I was annoyed because it's like, okay, once again, just ask for like one little thing, just ask for I don't understand why playing your Switch requires you to jump around your room. But like, I know there was also like this Fortnite event. Apparently it was like an Eminem concert because he's like the newest character they added to the game. I don't know why Eminem of all things, but I swear they're just like picking whatever's popular and just throwing it in there. So the boys wanted to get into the event and stuff like that, but then they ended up in a queue and they ended up not being able to get into the game for the concert or the event. So they were a little bummed about that, and then I had to like remind Alex, I'm like, please do not let this ruin your day. Like, don't. Like, and so we were like, we can just look it up on YouTube later, it'll be fine. And so that's what we ended up having to do, was look it up for them. I think they watched it when we were over at my in-laws. But yeah, so that was that. And then, of course, you know, it's been snowing here. It rained all weekend. That's right, it rained all weekend. Now we're back, now we're to snow. Yeah, we're like, okay, this is the last weekend you guys are gonna get a chance to jump on the trampoline, so hopefully you guys can get outside. And then it rains all weekend long, so the kids didn't get to get out on the trampoline. And there was like one point where the neighbor texted us and she's like, well, the girls are like desperate to play with the boys, and it's wet and rainy out, but I guess they could go out and play in the driveway if they wanted to. And so we like asked the boys, like, is that something you'd want to do? And then they're like, no, we kind of just want to have it today be an inside day. And we're like, yeah, don't blame you. And then when we texted the neighbors, she was like, yeah, I don't blame them. I'm like, yeah, neither do we. So it was an inside day. It was just video games, and I basically diamond painted all day, and you know, Sydney ran around with her brothers and enjoyed their company and stuff. So yeah, it ended up being a pretty chill day. I mean, we did have a little bit of issues with listening and stuff like that, and especially like I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because he was like stuffed up or something, but I feel like Drake was just not. He wasn't paying attention to his like level of his voice, and so he kept yelling. And we had to keep reminding him like we are sitting literally this close to you, like you don't need to yell. So yeah. Is that all the pie symbol? I think so. I'm sure I'll find another one once I move on. So yeah, that was the weekend. And then jump into Monday. So now here we are, my last week of classes for this semester. And I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Yeah, it's just getting hard to get up get up during the day and like in the middle of my day and just go to school and sit there in a classroom for an hour and then come home. But yeah, now we're kind of like working into our research paper and stuff. Actually, on Friday when we're in class, we're doing like a workshop for rough drafts, but I plan on writing the whole thing tomorrow because I just want to be able to, like, after tomorrow, I want to be able to have it looked over, have it edited, and then submit it and be done. I'm just done. I think that's the last assignment oh no, never mind, I lied. It's not the last assignment. I do have a couple more assignments for my other class I have to do, but those will be, like, those are just responses. And the other one's, like, a resume and a cover letter and stuff like that. It's like, okay, I already have that because I've been applying to jobs. So, but yeah, it's just, we're almost there. And so yeah, Monday went to class, and then Monday was, of course, was the day I was talking to my teacher about my issues with my credit and stuff like that. And it was just stressful. I was high anxiety because it's like, I always like the way I described my fiance, it was like, you know, like the episode of Friends where Rachel was having the tough conversation with her boss and she's like starts crying. She's like, I'm not crying because I'm sad, but just the fact I'm having this conversation. It's like, yeah, that's me with my anxiety. I have anxiety because I have to have this conversation, like this important conversation and stuff like that. And so I was highly anxious like the entire morning. Like my stomach was upset. I couldn't eat lunch, anxious. And so, yeah, but thankfully it worked out pretty well. Well, not as well as I would have hoped, where it's like, oh yeah, we can just adjust a credit that transferred over or something like that. But I mean, at least it's only a month instead of like 6 months or something. I don't know how long. I'm not good at math. That's why I'm in these predicaments all the time. So yeah. And then yeah, I think really not much else happened with Sydney, and just like she was back to her normal self, which is the important part. She was running around and going crazy and being her silly self. She started like singing a song, and we were very confused by it because it's like, where did this come from? Because like, you know those like multicolored stacking rings? She like pulls the rings off of that and then carries around just like the stand, and then as she's carrying it around, she like hits it on the bottom of it as like kind of like a drum and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, where did you get this? Like, how did you pick up the idea to do this? And then we realized that she is copying Josh from Blue's Clues. She's treating it like a guitar, and she's singing what we've now figured out, because she started singing while the song was on. She's singing the song where they figure it out and stuff like that. And so she's been doing that lately, and we're like, okay, well, I guess we got to get you a guitar for Christmas or something. Jeez. But yeah, it was just kind of funny because she just started doing that out of nowhere. We're like, what is this you're doing? And then it's like, oh, this is what you're doing. And then we were trying to figure out the song, and yeah, she just started singing along with the song one day, and I'm like, oh, I got it. Figured it out. But yeah, not much happened on Monday, I don't think. I think it was just a pretty chill day. Just class and then home. Oh yeah, she like took almost a 3-hour nap on... No, that was yesterday, wasn't it? Was it yesterday? No. I don't remember. One of the days, either Monday or yesterday, Monday or Tuesday, she took a 3-hour nap And it's like, okay, you don't do this. And I think she was just catching up on sleep from before and stuff like that. But yeah, I laid her down at like 10 or something like that, and she just ended up napping all the way through. And I was like, okay. I'm like, I'll take it. I will take it. I think it was Tuesday, not Monday. But yeah, Tuesday I was home with her, just me and her during the day because my fiance had to be in the office. And so we kind of just hung out and played with the dog and all that stuff. We did have a moment, and I think it was I feel like it's partially my fault because I was scolding her and stuff, but whenever we put stuff down in Zero's bowls, like whether it's water or food or whatever, she'll like rush over and just like, she just stands and watches him. She doesn't try to get her hands in there or anything like that. But we've been trying to curb her from doing that because her obsession with his bowls also means that she'll pick them up and carry them away, and we don't want her doing that. We kind of want her to be like learning that she's got to leave those alone and stuff like that. And so yeah, I put some water down for Zero because, you know, he was like licking the bowl, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you need water. I didn't realize he was out until he was doing that. So I got some water for him and I put it down, and then Sydney just like instantly rushed over, and I was just like, Sydney, no, Sydney, no, Sydney. And he like got aggressive over his water, and I'm like, oh, no, we are not doing that. So he ended up going in a timeout for a little bit to hopefully learn his lesson. And then of course, you know, we let him out later, and he like went over and continued drinking. It's like, I'm sorry, but you can't be getting aggressive like that. But yeah, it was funny because my morning was going really well, and I was like, oh, nice and calm. And, you know, I actually got through like almost half my diamond painting in one day. Once, like, I was like, yeah, I'm doing great. And then, you know, that happened, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And of course, then after that, Sydney was like not listening and stuff. I'm like, of course, like, you were doing so good this morning. What the heck? But yeah, thankfully it's been like the only sign of aggression he's done, and hopefully we curbed it enough where it's not going to happen again. So yeah, that was my Tuesday, just home with the babies. And of course, you know, today, once again, it's been snowing all day, and it's like, I don't want to go to class because I don't want to leave the house because I don't like leaving the house in the snow. But I did, and we had an interesting discussion about James Patterson and the fact, like, you know, he produces so many novels and stuff like that, and I mean, he uses ghostwriters for his novels, so yeah, we're just basically talking about all that, and yeah, I was just like, okay. So yeah, that was basically my week. Pretty stressful for the beginning portions, but it seemed to mellow out, thankfully. And yeah, I'm glad Sydney's feeling better. Because that was like the hardest thing for me. I was like reaching out to some of my friends, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, how do you, like, you guys are parents, how do you handle this? Like, how do you handle your sick babies? Like, 'cause I was having a rough time with it. But yeah, thankfully she's doing better now though, and it's not a problem anymore. She's back to her normal butthead self. Let's see. Yesterday I actually did manage to finish the third Throne of Glass book. I was listening to it on Libby. It was like due back today, so I was like, oh, I have to finish this, and I had like 3 hours left yesterday, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna power through this tonight. So yeah, I finished that last night, and then I was exhausted, so I ended up going to bed at like 11 last night, which is so unlike me. But yeah, I did what I needed to, because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get up with her in the morning and stuff, and I need to go to sleep. I told my fiance I was gonna go to bed. He's like, really? It's early. I'm like, yeah, but I'm really tired. I don't think I actually fully recovered from the 7 a.m. bedtime day and lack of sleep the day before. So yeah, finished listening to that book yesterday. It was fantastic, and trying to decide how I want to go about it, because I have like 3 books checked out on Libby right now. I might finish listening to the first ACOTAR book, or doing a re-listen, because I've already read through the whole series, but I decided to do a re-listen on them. I started it prior to November, and I was like, oh, I'm going to finish it in Night Court November, and Like I was checking the books out in October, and it took until like last week or something like that for them to become available. So I was like, okay, well that didn't work for Night Court November, but it's okay. So I am probably going to do the finish re-listening to the first book, because I think I'm like over halfway through it, and then I have the second book also checked out, so I'll probably jump right into that one next, because those two have people waiting after me, so I want to get those finished because I won't be able to check those back out immediately. And then once I finish those, I have the second book in the Parker and Pentecost series, which is the Fortune Favors the Dead that I just read or listened to for class. So I took out the second book because I wanted to continue that series. So I'm going to probably do that one after. And then of course Cyber Monday got me with Audible. And they had crazy amount of titles, plus I had like a $20 credit because like they were doing this for the month of December. If you sign up for Audible, you get you only have to pay like, it's like $5.95 or something for 4 months, and then you get $20, like a $20 coupon. So it's like, okay, so you're basically paying me $15 to sign up for Audible. I'll take it. So yeah, I had that credit, and then I checked out the Cyber Monday deal, and they had an insane one. So I ended up getting the first 2 books in the Crescent series, or Crescent City series. The last, was it 4 books? Because I don't need Assassin's Blade. Assassin's Blade is available on Libby, but none of the rest of them are. So I got like 4, I think it's 4. It's either 3 or 4 of the Throne of Glass books, like the last in the series there. I got those ones, and then I feel like there's one more I got. Was there? I don't know. All I know is like the total, I mean, it was still insane. I ended up paying $20 for all those books. But that was also with the credit. But even that, it was like $40 for like 5 books. I think it was 5 books I ended up getting. So it was pretty insane too. So I have all those, and I'm ready to read that I can listen to next. I feel like I'm starting to convert to an audiobook person just because I can diamond paint and do that at the same time. And it's awesome tonight too, because my fiance's game Warzone is having like this big something happening. I think it's like a big update or something. New stuff's coming out and everything like that. And so him and his friends have been planning on playing that tonight. And so it's like, and it's always funny too, because he always like double checks with me, like, are you sure you're okay with me playing with my friends and stuff like that? Because he knows, like, in my previous relationship, whenever I even like asked for my ex to spend time with me, which mind you wasn't very often, all I asked him was like, can you spend an hour with me today instead of playing with your friends? Because like we'd get home and all he does is spend the entire day on voice chat, or the entire night on voice chat with his friends. And so I think he's like overcompensating for that and stuff like that, making sure like, if I need him to, he would not play and stuff like that. And I think there's only been one time that I've actually asked for that, because I was having a really bad night. And I just really want, I think I was playing Genshin that night too, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be sitting right next to you, so do you mind? But, anyways, sidebar. But, yeah, so he usually asks him, but I'm like, I'm just gonna, you play with your friends, and I will be sitting over here listening to my audiobooks, and I will be in heaven. It'll be fine. So yeah, that's our plan for tonight. After the concert, him and his friends are gonna end up playing, and then I'm going to listen to my book and diamond paint. It's gonna be an absolutely perfect night. So yeah, I don't think I really have much else to talk about. I will say though, I did hit 500 subs on YouTube today. I think I saw it this morning. So yay. And I did promise once we did hit 500 subs that there would be a giveaway. I'm not going to do it in this video just because it is such short notice and stuff like that. But I got videos coming out next week. It won't be in any of the advent calendar videos, I will say that much. But yeah, just keep an eye out on my videos next week, and keep an eye out for a giveaway for the Love Potion. That was the one that was voted on ages ago, if you remember what the 2 Diamond Art Club kits I got. I got extras of them because of a mishap in shipping and stuff like that. So yeah, I have that Love Potion completely sealed, still ready to go. And it's an amazing kit. Like, if you want to see my post review on it, you can actually go see it completed, and yeah. So yeah, like I said, keep an eye out for on my videos next week for that, and more details then. So yeah, it's so exciting, 500 subs. Thank you to everybody who's been here and supporting me. I really appreciate it. And then once I get another like 1,000 watch hours, I can actually start setting up a membership if that's something that is interesting to you guys. I probably will still just set it up anyways, just in case, but you know, yeah. Anyways, that is probably all I got. It's gonna be a little bit shorter of a whip and chat, but that's okay, because I've done some super long ones, and this one just kind of balances it out. Plus we gotta start gearing up for dinner and concert and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, so throw me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. My nose itches. Let's see, if you made it to the end of the video, let's do an emoji. Let's do a rainbow emoji, because we got a rainbow of colors. So yeah, throw me an emoji if you made it to the end of the video. And if you're not already subscribed here and you like diamond painting content and you just listen to me ramble for an hour about my life, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down there, and then hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. Generally, whip and chats go up on Wednesdays with things like small shop hauls, post reviews, unboxings. Those are more random, and I do have a small shop haul coming soon. That's a big one too. Oh yeah, like this video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.